That's right, at the end of 2022, Lenovo has launched the Xiaoxin Air14 2023 model. Xiaoxin Air14 2023 is not a regular upgrade of Air14 2022, but a product after a new positioning. In the author's opinion, Air14 2023 is a product that returns to the essence of thinness and lightness. The whole laptop has excellent workmanship, outstanding battery life, and extremely quiet fan noise. Calling it a product built for the silent majority is perhaps a very appropriate statement. The Xiaoxin Air14 2023 model has done a good job in the weight and thickness of the whole laptop, texture and workmanship, and wind noise control. From the product parameters, we can see that, on the processor, I chose the i5-1240P standard pressure processor that takes into account both performance and battery life. In terms of performance release, a more balanced 30 watts performance release is adopted. The battery capacity is 65 watt-hour. Combined with the standard voltage processor, the battery life is good. The 2.8K resolution screen is also our old friend, with 120Hz refresh rate and 400 nit brightness. The interface is two Thunderbolt 4, HDMI and USB-A. The thickness of the whole laptop is 14.9mm 15.9mm, standard 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB solid-state drive, an LPDDR5 and PCIe 4.0 specification. Xiaoxin Air14 2023 may be a middle-of-the-road product, which emphasizes balance in all aspects. Under the premise of good performance release, the noise of the fan is strictly controlled, the battery life is maintained for a long time, and the interface is relatively complete. Lenovo Xiaoxin Air14 2022 model, the internal model of Lenovo, is the 5 series mid-range laptop, while the new 2023 model will upgrade the workmanship materials to the 6 series entry-level high-end. So in terms of workmanship, the 2023 new Air14 has a lot of improvement. Xiaoxin Air14 2023 is still developed with Lenovo's classic bangs. The body is silver gray, and there is nothing on the A side except Lenovo's metal nameplate. In terms of screen, Xiaoxin Air14 2023 is developed with narrow borders. The 16:10 productivity screen is closer to the so-called golden ratio, and it also looks more pleasing to the eye. The entire screen is matte with anti-glare effect. The top bangs are placed including cameras, distance sensors, infrared face recognition modules, etc. Air14 2023 supports 180-degree opening and closing, and can be completely flat on the table like a flying saucer. The interfaces on the left and right sides include dual Thunderbolt 4, HDMI, USB-A, 3.5mm headphone and headset ports, etc., and the overall practicability is strong. HDMI can be used in several scenarios where an external display is required. The power button is placed on the right side of the laptop. However, I personally think that if dual USB-A ports can be used, it may be a more practical choice. As far as the keyboard layout is concerned, the Xiaoxin Air14 2023 has openings for the speakers on both sides and a large touchpad. The up and down arrow keys are still at half height. In terms of details, the Xiaoxin Air14 2023 of the 6 series can be said to fit perfectly. Judging from the joints of the D shell, it is obviously better than the 2022 Air14, and the consistency of unsealing is very good. The D shell screws are all hexagonal screws for disassembly. Xiaoxin Air14 2023 laptop has rounded transitions, radians, and curves are very elegant. Overall, I think the workmanship of Lenovo Xiaoxin Air14 2023 has taken a big step up compared to the 2022 model. Regarding the performance release that everyone is most concerned about, Lenovo Xiaoxin Air14 2023 performs. In the case of single-baked FPU, the performance release is 33 watts. After being equipped with LPDDR5 memory, the read-write and copy performance of the memory can mostly reach close to 70 gigs per second, which greatly improves the performance of I/O-intensive applications. In terms of power consumption distribution, Xiaoxin Air14 2023 has a performance release of 18 watts in balanced mode and 12 watts in quiet mode. As a thin and light notebook, the office performance of Xiaoxin Air14 2023 is as follows. The modern office performance of PC Mark X reached more than 6100 points. Using the cross-mark test, it has achieved very good results in terms of creative performance and response speed. In the overall use process, the author uses Xiaoxin Air14 2023 in the smart mode and hardly perceives the intervention of the fan, and the silent experience is very good. The author believes that fan noise is the link that users can most directly perceive. If the fan spins wildly only in the office scene, it will greatly affect the mood when using it, and it will further affect productivity. The fan noise of Xiaoxin Air14 2023 is well controlled. On the premise that the performance release of 35 watts can meet the needs of office performance, it can make users hardly feel the intervention of the fan in daily use, so as not to disturb the user's thinking and truly improve the actual use experience. After using a 65 watt-hour capacity battery, the battery life of Xiaoxin Air14 2023 is good. However, under PC Mark 8, which has a heavier load and is closer to the user's actual office work, the battery life is 5 hours. During the time I was using it, the comprehensive battery life can reach 6 hours. In general, the actual battery life of Xiaoxin Air14 2023 can reach 6 hours of office work. Performance release is very important in the thin laptop market in recent years. But I think that the rapid performance release of digital involution may ignore the real needs of users. Most users need a product with good quality, usable performance, and a low noise fan. This is also the most real pain point for users. Xiaoxin Air14 2023, trying to make its own interpretation of user needs again. Exquisite workmanship, thin and light body, quiet fan scheduling strategy, and performance that are more than enough for office work are what users really want. What do you think about the new laptop? Write your opinion. Thanks for watching and see you soon.